You're listening to a Comics XF podcast.
X-Men. Get it!
Oh, welcome everyone. Wait, hold on. I forgot how our podcast starts. 1 second. Oh, and welcome to Battle of the Atom. This is your X-Men podcast where you every story from A to Z.
Bonjour. I'm Adam.
We will bonsoir, Zach on Wow Wolf.
Now, these bad attempts at French accents will become...
I thought it was a great accent. I thought I did a really good job.
Oh, did you?
I don't know why you have to cut me down like that.
Well, I mean, mine wasn't
Adam,
any
I was
better.
just trying to express my art, and you're cutting me down.
Listen, there's a canonical character who we will talk about today who similarly has a poor attempt at a French accent. And
we're not talking about Bishop today. Nope. Dang it, I did the thing where I confused Bishop and Gambit again. We're not talking about Gambit today.
No, that's not a French accent. That's a Cajun accent. But we are going to talk about Fantomex later in this episode because we have a fun prompt this week, Zach. I like this one quite a bit.
Well, what I think is interesting, Adam, and I've thought about this for a while. It's that we're 8 years into this show.
Yeah.
And I love you. I love spending time with you. Love doing this show.
Right back at you, buddy.
But
Butt's
I don't
coming.
know if it's not time for some new blood. If we perhaps invite a third, if we need like your cousin to have to live with you and talk about X-Men with us. I think that would really liven things up. And maybe they're younger, so they appeal to the kids. And like open up our demographics from 40-year-old white men to literally anyone else.
Sounds
And
great.
That's not a bit to like insult our audience. That is just like I've seen the demos. I'm sorry. If that does not apply to you, congratulations.
Because this week we do have a Patreon request from, I believe, I don't like to say this. You do such a good job of saying this person's name.
Oh, you're talking about Robert?
Robert.
Yeah, we have a Patreon request from Robert.
And we are talking about, quote unquote, the sensational character finds of 2002. Wow. It's kind of amazing that this is 23 years later.
I want to be clear. Robert did not describe it as the sensational character find of 2002.
Oh, what was Robert's request?
Just like two of the characters. And I, as someone who thinks about comics a lot, and B, has stolen more than one bit from Chris Sims, remember Detective Comics 38 and how it describes Robin as the sensational character find of 1940, which isn't wrong.
Hey, still around. It's accurate.
Listen, I mean, Bob Kane, he is wrong. Like,
Yes.
I don't want to give Bob Kane anything.
We don't have to hand it to him.
We don't have to hand anything to Bob Kane.
No. But Robin is still around. So I don't know.
You know,
Robin
maybe
is
Bill
definitely...
Finger, maybe Bill Finger's the one who actually did that. Like, maybe let's credit Bill Finger with that cover text.
I mean,
he did the copy on that.
Out of the new 2002 characters, only one of them has really stuck around, and that's still kind of hit or miss to this day. So we're gonna get into it. But Zach, why don't you tell our lovely listeners how they can make a request?
Thank you, Adam. If you want to help us with the sensational character finds of some other year,
Sure.
You can go over to patreon.com/battleoftheatom, reach deep down into your hearts and pocketbooks and toss a couple of coins into our coffers. At the $5 a month level, you'll get a whole episode based around one of your suggestions. We'll take it and spin it into a whole hour of talking about X-Men.
Yeah.
Just
Zach,
like we're doing here.
Zach, who were you in 2002? Tell us a little bit about 2002 Zach.
Well, that's a great question. So I was 11 years old, and I know you're happy to hear that.
Oh,
Adam.
that's so cute.
I was a small child. I would have been in 6th grade. So
Mhm.
I was kind of at a transition point in my life. In the really awkward years that wouldn't stop for a spell. Middle school, it wasn't unpopular. Don't get it twisted. There weren't enough kids in our class for it to be unpopular.
Mm.
But I was still growing into myself and trying to unpack my feelings about girls. And it was just a lot to deal with when I was 11 years old. I don't remember much of what I did. Nope. I played what did I do? I played Metroid Prime. That's what I did at 11 years old. I
Sounds
played
fun.
Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Adam,
yeah.
guess what I'm going to do at 34 years old?
Play Metroid Prime.
I'm going to play Metroid Prime 4, even though I hear that there are some people who feel like the game is uneven. And I would say, yeah, did you play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes or Metroid Prime 3 Corruption? The first one's the only one of those Prime games that's actually like rock solid.
There you go.
Like, just know what you're getting into.
Yeah. Well, in 2002, I was much older than you, as I still am. You haven't caught up. You haven't caught up to me yet.
That's still going.
Yeah. But this is a crazy difference. You were in 6th grade. I was graduating from college. So,
we would not have been friends at the time.
No, probably not for good reasons.
Yep.
But I don't think I was reading X-Men at this point. Like, I was reading a lot of indie comics, but I don't think I was reading X-Men. So the whole Morrison thing, like, kind of passed me
you
by.
off guard?
The whole, relaunch of the X-Men, I had to go back to later.
You have to go back to some of this stuff.
Yes. However, I do think in certain cases, these are very 2002 stories. Maybe not the first one, but the other two for sure.
No, here's the thing. I also feel like this first one is a very 2002 story, but in a different way. And I think I think these stories are very illustrative of how comics were also going through an awkward growing up phase.
Oh, sure.
Specifically Marvel Comics, as they were getting away from the Comics Code and trying new things to not be a bankrupt company.
Yeah. I'm assuming this first one was Robert's request, because we are talking about X-Treme X-Men 10 through 16. Does this story have like a name?
In the trades, it was collected as Invasion.
Invasion. Okay, that makes sense.
Which, to be fair, is the name of a different Chris Claremont comic.
Well, Zach, you did.
This is by Claremont, of course, and his X-Treme partner, Salvador Larroca.
Yes. With colors by Liquid! Exclamation point.
Yeah, Tommy Orrs is doing the letters.
Yeah.
I want to let's talk about the story, and then I do want to come back to Mr. LaRocca, because
we got it.
There's a lot to talk about here.
There is. So, you described this via text after we both were belly aching about it a little bit, that it's Chris Claremont Mad Libs, and you're not wrong. This involves the Ruby from Storm's.
I forgot that it
costume
being like, hey, you remember that one classic X-Men story?
Yeah,
where Storm made a friend with the Luck Dragon from Neverending Story.
Yes.
And the Ruby that Dave Cockrum just drew because he needed to break up the colors.
Yeah.
In her, like, the whole color blocking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, what if that was a mystical portal? Well, he remembered, what if it was a mystical portal? And it involved Gambit, who ends up chained to the Ruby for the entire, like, 7 issues.
Yeah. Yeah. He gets, like, crystal bondage to the ground.
It is really funny that Gambit opens this comic being like, so Storm, as you know, magic ruby. Well, actually, did you know that it's tied to the Thieves Guild, and we're actually supposed to be keeping all of this and all of its partner rubies away from each other,
Yeah.
much like an Infinity Stone? And here's the thing: the fact that there's partner rubies, that doesn't come up again. You
Nope.
didn't need that. You didn't need to add all of this layered baggage and lore to this, Chris, because in practice, they get the ruby and then nothing else matters. And they started with not having the ruby, and then they get the ruby, and then a lot of other things happen.
Well, we get Khan,
God!
which I have to assume is a Star Trek reference, who is the colonizer and destroyer of multiple dimensions.
He is a cross-time colonizer.
Yeah, he's coming to Earth as soon as this column becomes fully solid. He can march his soldiers in.
The column is what's coming out of the ruby.
Yeah.
Clear. And
so
out of Gambit, it's, again.
Yeah. So what Khan needs over the course of these 6 issues is his column to get fully hard.
He needs to erect his column.
So that he
Which
can
is
march,
the architectural
so
way
that he
to
can
describe
march
this
his soldiers in oh boy. Jeez. And of course, like you said, this is Chris Claremont Mad Libs. So of course Khan meets Storm, falls in love with Storm, wants to make her his
Storm gets a lizard monster to transform into a different Storm. And I was like, wait, I forget this story a little bit. Why are there 2 Storms now? It does not.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because Shaitan, who is his bodyguard, which by the way, Khan and Shaitan, this is getting like between that and the fact that there is a harem, there is some really weird like cultural overtones that are just thrown in as like just a little bit of flavor, and it's
odd. Yeah.
It's odd to be like, it's eyebrow raising is what it is. It's the, Chris, are we sure?
Yeah.
Are we sure this is what you want to do? You don't want to add, like, you don't want to make this a little bit different here? Because it's got some Arab vibes.
Yeah. Well, so then we're getting the body, like you said, a body swap with Shaitan becoming another Storm, and our remaining X-Treme X-Men, including Sage Bishop. Oh, and the 2 new characters that we there's Thunderbird, of course. Thunderbird 2.
No.
Thunderbird 3. Thunderbird 3.
Thunderbird is from Giant Size X-Men.
Then there's
Thunderbird 2 is from the Hellions. Yeah. Thunderbird 3 is from the subcontinent of India.
Yes. But we've got 2 new. I'm leaving Rogue out because Rogue is also going to play Claremont Mad Libs and like play on I have every power me up, Sage. I'm whatever. But we are spending some time with new found members to the X-Treme X-Men. That's right, Lifeguard and Slipstream.
So Lifeguard has the power to do Darwin. She has Darwin's powers.
She has Darwin powers. Yes.
To be fair, Darwin came after.
Yes.
She has whatever power she needs at a given time, which, okay, fine concept. Mm-hmm. In practice, she is strong and she has bird wings, and eventually will turn into a bird person later in this story. That gets a little weird. We'll get into that. Slipstream rides how does Claremont describe it? He rides the warpways?
The warpway? I don't know. He's basically like Silver Surfer meets Nightcrawler, but he's a surfer.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Surfer twice.
Why do I like Silver Surfer and hate Slipstream? Because they are the same amount of dumb.
They're not the same at all. Silver Surfer is
same amount of dumb, same amount of the idea.
Yeah, but come on,
a surfboard hero is stupid. We just like Jack Kirby.
Yeah, but Silver Surfer has this like, melodramatic, like tragic.
Oh, Davis Cameron is melodramatic all the time. Some would describe him as a whiny little tosser.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Slipstream isn't interesting at all. Like he doesn't have a backstory of interest. And I actually don't.
You don't think that his mob boss dad and his mysterious mother are interesting?
No.
By the way, his
No.
mother, in case we're curious, his mother's absolutely Shi'ar royalty and almost definitely Warbird.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what the reveal is with
Or
Lifeguard
Deathbird,
is
excuse me.
that
Warbird is different, and she is a lesbian.
once we get Lifeguard onto the alien spaceship, it becomes clear that she is Shi'ar royalty because the goons on the other station are like bowing to her, and she's like, "What's going on?"
To be clear, she becomes, again, we have to do Chris Claremont Mad Libs here. She becomes Shi'ar royalty, or she turns more into a bird because Sage, who has the power to solve every problem in every book that Chris Claremont writes in the 2000s, Sage unlocks her hidden mutant potential just in the same way that she unlocks Davis Cameron's and turns him into Slipstream. Davis doesn't deal with his powers well. Lifeguard is kind of just cool with it.
I don't hate the character of Lifeguard. I think Lifeguard's actually fine. It's Slipstream that's just like the annoying little brother that didn't need to be there. Like Claremont could have just left that out. We didn't need that guy.
Slipstream is a rocket power reject, and that's really frustrating. Like, I get it. It was 2002. We were all excited that Tony Hawk did that spin.
Yeah.
But like, we didn't need an X Games participant in the X-Men.
See, I would have liked Slipstream more if he was like straight out of Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but he's not. He's just a nothing
Chris Claremont
character.
has no idea. Claremont has no idea how to. This is what, a 50-year-old Chris Claremont at this time? He has no idea.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what the surfer youths are up to. He doesn't get it. It's fine. It's just he is not part of that culture anymore.
No.
He used to be cool, and then he grew and got older, and that's normal and fine and should be celebrated. It's just like, I don't want him riding my cool surfboard guy.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of surfboard guys, I just want to touch on this because you and me texted about this briefly, and I think it's good content here. I do like Silver Surfer, to be fair. And in fact, my favorite part of that Fantastic Four movie, which I rated as it's fine, was that they had the Silver Surfer do surfboard things.
Yeah. I love Silver Surfer.
He wasn't my boy Norin, and I'm not mad about I'm not like super mad about that. It's just like, it's not Norin Rand, and that's fine.
That's okay.
I know what they're doing. That's fine.
Yeah.
And they needed to have more female characters, whatever. But Shalabal did do surfboard tricks.
Yeah. That was cool.
She didn't float on a surfboard. She did surfboard things.
Yeah.
And that
she surfed.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good. And I was really upset that I thought that they killed off Silver Surfer halfway through the movie.
Oh, no.
I was like, are you serious? Y'all just gonna toss Silver Surfer aside to do bad CGI Galactus? Hey, why'd Galactus have to be CGI? He could have just been a dude. He's dude shaped.
Yeah, no. He wasn't not
Give him CGI purple eyes. He doesn't need to have CGI skin. He's a dude.
Yeah.
Gallon of Ta is a person. He is a dude with a mother, a hot mother, and he can walk around and do what he wants. Listen, Galactus having a hot mom
never gets old.
Never gets old. All of us, literally everyone, when they found out that Galactus had a hot mom, said, "Oh, Galactus has a hot mom. I'm never going to forget that now." Now he also has a hot daughter, I guess. Like, I know Galacta has existed, but now she's like coming into the mainstream Marvel thing. I don't
think too hard about it.
I'm happy for Jordan. I'm happy for Jordan.
Here's what I want to say is that however bad you may have thought CGI Galactus looked, and I thought he looked fine, it still looks a lot better than whatever LaRocca is putting down in these issues. We got to get into the LaRocca of it because from past episodes and conversations that I've had on Gosh Golly Wow that I'm not a LaRocca fan, and this continued thing where he does not ink his work. It continues just to be pencils that are then put into Photoshop and throw the contrast up as high as possible. It looks bad. It looks bad. And he's really over the top with, I need to do the boobs and the butts. He has this weird quirk where like whatever boob or butt cheek is closer to you, it's big, not bigger based on perspective.
Wait, hold on. Go back. What did you say?
Boobs or butts? Oh,
No,
butt cheek.
Yes.
I know you're not
No,
familiar.
you said yeah. No, you said cheek as in a singular cheek,
Yes.
which would imply
One of
that there is
two.
a plural. There is a plural
Yeah.
when it comes to that. Anyway, go on.
Yes. So the whatever piece of anatomy is closer, not because of perspective, but just like it looks like one is like larger than the other and maybe even overlapping the other. It's really odd. You can see it. There's a Rogue cover. I think it's number 15, where she's just like for some reason crouching with her butt sticking out on the cover. No real reason. It's an odd thing. And on top of this, the tone is all over the place in this. Like, this is supposed to be this like serious alien invasion story, I guess. But like on top of this, he's throwing in all of these. Did you notice this? He makes like various side characters in the alien race look like other people. So like one of the generals reporting to Khan is absolutely Peter Cushing as Tarkin from Star Wars.
Tarkin. Yeah. Okay, you noticed that too. So here's this thing.
Wait. Chris Claremont gets a cameo here as an alien, as do the lone gunman from X-Files. It's a little much.
Okay, hold on. Because here's the thing about Salvador Larroca.
Yeah.
Vis-a-vis Star Wars.
Yeah.
Man did a run of Star Wars when Marvel has the books.
That's later, though, isn't it?
It is much later.
Yeah.
He was notorious for just drawing straight over panels from the movie. Like, you can go online. You think Greg Land is...
Oh, well, we know LaRocca's a tracer sometimes, but not as bad in this particular era.
No, but that Grand Moff Tarkin, I could not help but think, I was like, do you think that he just like...
I don't know.
He just drew a thing from Star Wars for this book where he's doing kind of a Star Wars riff. Anyway, it was insane to me. Here's...
Also, wait, before you keep going,
go
I'm so sorry. Khan is made like he's this alien invasion race thing, right? But like it's very confusing what the aliens are, because in certain panels they look like Skrulls, in other panels they just look like a mishmash of animal aliens. And I guess that's because they've conquered different dimensions, but like
what's their motive? What's Khan's motive? Besides,
don't know.
Khan has the same depth of character motive as 1960s X-Men villains who aren't Magneto. And I understand 1960s Magneto also has bad character motivations. I'm saying that Khans are less well described than Magnetos in 1960. Like the 1960s, excuse me. It's wild. Here's the thing about LaRocca though. I get the concept of just coloring over the pencils, and there are individual panels and spots and things where I see, oh, it's coming through. I get what you're going for. There is a very specific tone and vibe that it gives. It's a little, it's loose and all that. I think under the right circumstances, that could be a really cool energy to bring to a book. I don't think it necessarily works in superhero beat 'em up comics. Like,
it's so
it's
muted.
It's the wrong style for Chris Claremont, who's already writing a book that feels 30 years out of date.
Yeah.
Compared to anything else that was coming out. Like, it is... I'm going to make a really unfair comparison. When Ultimates was coming out.
Yes.
Brian Hitch, Mark Millar.
Mm-hmm.
We always say Millar because that's how it's written, and it's confusing.
I think it's just Miller.
Also Frank Miller. It is just Miller. It's just Mark Miller. Yeah. I don't know why people, myself included, do that. Okay. Anyway, it's the difference between looking at Ultimates and looking at Kurt Busiek's Avengers. And the Busiek-Perez Avengers, I've not read all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've read parts of it. well regarded. Like, people really like it. There's a lot to it that's good, but it feels like a comic from a different dimension or a different era when it's standing on the rack next to Ultimates, which, say whatever you want about it, it felt like it has a point of view and a statement, and it's trying to do something.
Yes.
And it felt new and bright and different. I'm not saying good. Notice I'm not saying good. I am saying that it feels like something. And this feels so out of place compared to anything else that's going on.
I would agree.
It is where the other X books, and we'll get into them, but the other X books at the time are pushing their new and vibrant, like, into new spaces and expanding what kind of storytelling they could be. This feels even more regressive than some of the stuff Claremont was doing in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's
playing the hits.
This
and
is Phoenix Saga level.
Yeah.
But 30 some years later with worse art and decompression. That's the thing, because it adds decompression to it.
Does not need to be this many issues long. It drags.
In so many things, like Vargas shows up again out of nowhere.
Stupid.
No one will ever get me to understand Vargas as a character.
Well, and he's there very short. I mean, like, he's only in it for like an issue. And it's very dumb.
It's the setup. It's to set up something in issue 17, I think.
Sure.
That we're not covering here because, look, guys, it's a lot of X-Treme X-Men. But this drags. The new characters are nothing. Here's what I will say, because I do want to keep this a little centered on the new characters.
Yes.
I'm gonna sound so uncourteous right now.
Please do.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Lifeguard and Slipstream have the exact same energy as every new character in the post-Krakoa X-Men era. Like, they are... Listen to me. Listen.
Okay.
It is very much we have to have new characters in this book. Oh, okay. You're here. You're not adding a huge amount. And there's two of you. That's too many. You're throwing too many at us at one time. Not super memorable. Maybe there's some things to like. I like surfboard people. Don't like Davis. I think it's interesting that Lifeguard has the whole Shi'ar thing that never gets expanded on.
No.
No. And I think that's how you salvage those characters, is you throw them in Shi'ar, and then you make the Shi'ar interesting by throwing a bunch of D-list X-Men characters up in there, like Adam X the X-Treme.
Yeah.
And like these two, and like, I don't know, pick someone else. Cerise can be there. She can lead her own. We love Cerise. But it has that energy to it, and I don't like that. Like, it feels like going backwards when everything else is moving forwards. And that is a really hard thing. Also, just to be clear, and I love dumb Chris Claremont, this book is bad. The best parts are when it is him hitting the exact same beat of, and everyone loves Storm, and she is the best, and she is going to have a naked knife fight with all of the rest of his harem.
Mm-hmm. All of the alien babes.
Of the alien babes are jealous of Storm because Khan immediately sees her and says, "You will be my queen."
Yeah. And they're not allowed
And
to be
Storm's
queen.
like, "Is this a political thing? I am kind of turned on by him. What's going on here?" Again, we talked about that Dracula issue not that long ago. Not the
Doom
issue.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same
vibes.
thing.
Same exact thing. He's just playing the hits.
Sometimes the hits are good.
Yeah, they're not here. And I just want to go back to something you said just a minute ago. You know that I am not a defender of the current era of comics. The From the Ashes has been very confusing. I will say
Shadows of Tomorrow now.
Oh, sure. Shadows of Tomorrow. It hasn't
releases.
started yet. That starts in January.
Sorry. Age of Revelation.
Here's what I will say about Slipstream and Lifeguard in comparison to some of the characters that have been created within the last year and a half. I will say, to Gail's credit, the Outliers are way better and like more interesting and fully fleshed out characters than Lifeguard or Slipstream, as are the Eve Ewing characters that she created for Extraordinary, because they are at minimum characters that those two writers deeply care about and would almost exclusively rather be writing than the X-Men. in my personal opinion.
So
Whereas Claremont is just throwing these characters in, and it's like he doesn't care.
and
He
I
doesn't care
I
about
I
them.
actually mostly agree with that because in my mind, largely due to how they are drawn, I immediately went to like whoever the new characters in Jed McKay's book, whose names I could not tell you.
That's fair.
Those two.
Yes.
Those
that's
two,
fair.
generic white guy and bird lady.
Actually, I don't think that guy's white.
Look, okay.
Might not know.
Sorry, Stegman, step up your game then, brother. I don't know what to tell you. That one's on you. What volume is that? I now have to figure out. It's X-Men. Is it volume 6?
Oh
or is
boy.
it 7?
We're looking this up, huh?
I mean, we can.
Marvel Fandom X-Men volume.
I have found it. It is volume 7. Oh man, that's too. Ben Liu. His name is Ben Liu.
Thank you. I was right.
Man, Bud, 150%. Would have never gone with Liu. Would never have gone with Asian.
It's okay.
Like, just.
I just know. I read those comics, so I know.
I read like I did read all of his stuff up till the Hunt for Xavier, and then I skimmed a few things to see if good things were happening.
X-Man Hunt was really bad. Okay,
that's what it was.
We got to stick to Extreme X-Men, which is also really bad. So I know some folks out there love this book. If this is your flavor of Claremont, maybe you grew up with it and this was like your first exposure to him. I get it. I just, it's like we said, it's playing the hits and it's playing them poorly. It feels like a bad cover band. Where does this go on the big old list?
I think Extreme X-Men does get better after this arc. Like the first chunk, the first like 20-ish issues are really, really rough. And then I think Chris Claremont does different things. It is dumb. But luckily we have a list to tell us that. The thing about our list said it's very big. It's a long one.
Mm-hmm.
It's ranking every X-Men story from best to worst. We have 1,107 X-Men stories that we have ranked on this from best to worst, with the best being the House of X, the Powers of 10 at 275. I'm moving to different breakdowns of these numbers, by the way.
Go for it.
275, we have X-Men the manga, 15 and 16. That's the Colossus story. At 550, we have Generation X24, Home for the Holidays. At 825, we have the Mutant Misadventures of Cloak and Dagger, number 4. At 1,100, we got Major X, baby.
Oh,
I just re-listened to our Major X episode. That was funny. That was good. We were on point on that one. 1107 is, of course, 2099 World of Tomorrow, the worst X-Men story of all time. Where do we have other extreme stories?
Okay. At 1007, we have Extreme X-Men 5-9, Surfer's Paradise, which is the issues leading up to this.
That's at what?
1007.
Jeez.
I think this is better than that.
Surfer's Paradise has the Nuff Said issue, which is not good.
Yeah.
Great. Sure. This can be... Though, technically, Surface Paradise is where we are introduced to Slipstream and Lifeguard.
Yes, but we already ranked that. So,
I said that Extreme X-Men gets better after this. That is, per our list, not true.
I didn't want to say it.
This is worse than Extreme X. This is worse than Extreme X-Men 31-36 Infatada.
Where's that?
That's at 800.
Oh yeah.
Something.
Yeah. I think we're like in the 900s.
950 is that time that Peter Corbeau first appears in Incredible Hulk.
Oh, that's dumb, but I kind of like that better.
That's better because that's Claremont discovering the hits.
Yeah. Is this better than Gambit and Bishop Sons of the Atom at 959? I think it is.
You sure about that?
I don't know.
No, Sons of the Atom is dumber in a better way in my mind.
Okay.
And I know that doesn't make sense. But like, here's the thing. I can't put this above Furnace of His Mind, Anvil of His Heart at 973.
That's got better art. That's got better art.
Say what you will about The Brotherhood, a not good comic. It is trying to do something here.
I saw a random issue of Brotherhood and digging through a long box somewhere, and it was all
That's
by
where
itself.
people find them.
But it was all by itself. It wasn't the whole miniseries. It was just like issue number 3. And I was like, that means someone has the rest of it and is confused. This isn't as good as X-Men Unlimited number 4, where Mystique eats Nightcrawler.
I'm gonna say this. Is this better or worse than X-Women at 1000? Because you're sitting here, you're like, well,
I think it's better, but I don't think it's as good as what's right above it, which is a Wolverine 125 to 128, the Wolverine Viper wedding.
Viper is oddly prominent in this set of issues for no reason. Also,
Oh yeah, Viper. We forgot to mention this is happening in Madripoor, isn't it?
yeah.
Why?
Hey, why are the X-Treme X-Men the only one dealing with what is played to be a world-ending crisis?
Well, because the other heroes like the Avengers and the Fantastic Four can't get inside the very not solid column for reasons. That is mentioned.
I know there's
but it's basically like Iron Man shooting a ray and being like, I guess we got to go home. You know, it's so stupid.
Say what you will about Second Coming. Everyone else was like, we do have to find a way to get in there. I know we can't get into that red thing right now, but we should find a way. Wow. That's Chris, brother.
Now, Zach, Chris, we have to shift to something a little bit more adult now. And I know this is an all ages podcast, but because you were 11 in 2002, I don't know if you might have been aware of the fact that there was a TV show on, I've got to look this up. What channel was that on? HBO, that was called Cat House. Are you familiar with Cat House?
Well, yes, Adam. I was 11.
Oh, so you were watching Cat House at 11 years old on HBO?
Hold on. Not actively.
Okay.
Though I did look it up, and Cat House doesn't officially start until 2004 or 5, I want to say.
No, it starts in... There were specials.
Oh, okay, the
series. Clearly what inspires this next comic book. If folks don't know what we're talking about,
yeah,
we should probably clarify that HBO had a series starting in 2002 called Cat House, which was a reality show around a legal brothel in Nevada called the Moonlight Bunny Ranch. And this was kind of like a cultural phenomenon. People loved this show. They followed it.
What people need... If we have younger listeners, you have to understand that after like 11 p.m. on HBO, that's when the softcore came out. It was softcore. If you wanted slightly harder, but not hardcore at all, you went over to Cinemax, or as they called it, Skinemax. They did not call it that. People making jokes called it that. In all of the premium cable channels, that's what you could do. So if you wanted to flip through and get some terrible films that are very formative for someone going through puberty, that's what you could do. Cat House was weird because it was half that and half like an insightful look at sex work.
Yeah.
But it was also mixed with the fact that, this is kind of a softcore show.
It was weird. There's
a lot going on there.
Yeah. So
is that on the app? Is that on HBO Max?
Dude, I don't know.
Not Googling that on my work computer. That's going on the phone.
Not something that I've revisited. But of course, we are talking about Uncanny X-Men 399, a story by Joe Casey, penciled by Tom Rainey, inked by Scott Hanna, colors by Hi-Fi Design. This story is called For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge and introduces the most memorable character from this time, and that is, of course, Stacy X.
So here's the thing. I think Joe Casey is so interesting to me, especially his run on X-Men. If you haven't read it, Casey did like a retrospective series on like his newsletter or something about his run on Uncanny X-Men, where he generally says, I did a bad one here, but Well, that's what he says, but he also explains like what he was going for.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually really do think that Joe Casey's run is, I'm going to put it this way. Joe Casey is to Grant Morrison as Cy Spurrier is to Jonathan Hickman.
Okay.
And not just
Okay.
because Stacey X is in both of those. It is like, I truly see Joe Casey as reaching and trying and wanting to do something like in the same tone of the same scale as Morrison
Yes.
does in New X-Men, but not being able to get there. So you get what is technically, this comes out in 2001, but whatever, we're going with the joke. You get something that is really subversive, like Archangel opening this up in like Wildcats 3.0 form and being like, hey, so I've been looking over my investment portfolios of Worthington Industries. What's the X Ranch? Is it what?
Folks, is this what I think it is?
Folks, are you running a legal brothel of mutants in Nevada? With my money?
And
you
everyone's
are an
like,
arms company.
Everyone's like, maybe.
We thought it would be a really interesting add to your portfolio and diversify it. Archangel Warren immediately says, well, I need to go there and check it out for myself.
Of
which
course
is
he
exactly
does.
Like, here's the thing. I kind of like this take on Warren. And it's not dissimilar to what Teenie Howard was trying to do in her X Corp, which is like, just he's the business guy. Just make him a business guy.
Yeah.
Make him the X-Men most likely to be on the Epstein Island. Like, just make him. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. Because it is funny how his immediate reaction is, I gotta go check this out.
But it's not skeevy.
It's not skeevy.
He's played as like, we need to see what's going on. I do think there is a dual level of, I want to make sure that these women are being treated well. I also want to make sure that I am not like, this is not going to be bad for mutants, because there is a weird respectability culture angle to this, which is, again, fascinating and interesting. So Warren and Bobby both go to this brothel.
Classic combo here.
Iceman is weirded out by it. Like, and Warren is trying to figure out what's happening here. It is, the X Ranch is less of a brothel and more.
It's unclear how many actual sex workers are there, because we only get introduced to the madame of the house, who is Madame Drach or Drach. And then
she can breathe fire. She's great. I actually like her a lot.
She's introducing a customer to is it Nancy or Betty? It's a little unclear.
I'm not 100% sure.
A plus size woman who
not plus size, like a Claremontian evil woman. If that,
sure, it's a fat phobic caricature of a morbidly obese woman smoking a hookah.
She's also given like interiority and like. In a very short amount of time, she is made to be a character where you are immediately supposed to get the stereotypes and the all that stuff immediately.
Yes.
And then be like, oh, wait, this is a human, which I want to be clear, in 2001, that's freaking wild. One, it's wild that there's a Marvel comic about a prostitution, anything.
Yes.
Two, wild with, I remember how not sex positive things were. Like, folks, if you're young, you don't know. Insane how like Casey gives all of the women in this some level of like respect. He is not denigrating sex work in this,
he is not. Because her power is that she can telepathically give you the deepest desire with her telepathy
and illusions and all this stuff.
Yeah. But it's Warren who runs into who will become a recurring character, and that is Stacey X. Stacey X is introduced in some like tight black leather and has like pheromone powers essentially.
Yeah, she does. And snake skin and a snake tongue.
Yep. And this doesn't go well, because like kind of immediately after this, the ranch gets invaded by the Church of Humanity and gets burnt to the ground, killing both the Madame and Beta. So it's like, well, that didn't go well. Stacy X escapes with them. It's so interesting what you were talking about, because Casey, like, we're coming right off of Poptopia, which is an arc that doesn't work, but has Chamber essentially dating Britney Spears. And Joe Casey is doing what I think is really interesting, and that is that he is trying very hard to look out into the zeitgeist and bring the moment to the page. And I don't, by his own admission, I think he would say he didn't entirely succeed, but this issue is an interesting one in that, like you said, it's not like derogatory, it's not demeaning sex workers. I will say Stacy X is not a great character.
I think Stacy X has a lot of interesting concepts in there. I think Stacy X is an uncut gem. She is rough, but I do think that I think Stacy X is a character that could come back and be a very interesting character.
Sure.
I think Stacy X's biggest issue is that Joe Casey cares about her and doesn't have enough time to fully develop her as a character, because he goes from this to the stuff about Banshee, where she is on the team and growing as part of the team, but not directly like with everything yet. She's not integrated with the team. And then it goes into Chuck Austin, and then you got no hope. I mean, like, I'm sorry, but like,
yeah,
Stacy X is a memorable character. Like, you think about Stacy X, you know about Stacy X.
Well, it's salacious in a way, because you're saying that, you know, a new member of the X-Men used to be a professional sex worker. Like, there's a quality to that that's just, you know, kind of titillating to the audience.
But it's not a Pretty Woman situation either.
No,
she never loses her edge to her. Like, in the edge is not about what she does for a living, because in her own admission, that's how she has to get by. Like, she's like, look, honestly, Warren, I get it, you're blue, but you're also rich. I'm a snake person.
Yeah.
But I can hit that button for a lot of guys without even touching them. So, like, this is the best job that I can do.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of Tom Rainey's art here?
It's fine. I think Tom Rainey's a perfectly capable artist.
Yeah.
Though I do not think this book in particular, this volume of Uncanny, struggled to find the same level of artistic identity that New X-Men finds really quickly with Quietly.
Yes.
And I think that is, like, Rainey's a good hand, but is not a step up. Like, even Ian Churchill at the start of this run, okay, adding more to it. There is some grit to it. And what's crazy is right after this issue, like, number 400 has Ash Wood and Sean Phillips on it. Like, that's an identity. I think you throw that on here, one, the book becomes way less commercially appealing to most people, but two, probably has a tighter identity. I think Tom Rainey's art does not add to the level of subversion that Joe Casey is thrown in with writing about stuff that Marvel would not print today. Like, Marvel, this pitch would be immediately rejected today.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no way.
No. So I think for that alone, it's definitely better than our first story was.
I read this and I was like, I'm vibing with this. I kind of like it. There's a lot happening. Not everything is landing, but like as a single issue of comics, that's a pretty solid single issue, you know?
Well, I do think it's better than Poptopia, and we have Poptopia much higher than that X-Treme X-Men story. That's all the way up at 871.
Yeah, I buy that.
So I would say this is probably on par with something like Muties, which is at 842.
I think
Like,
this works better than Muties, personally.
okay, how high would you go? Would you get out of the 800s? Like,
Let's see, 800 is X-Force She-Hulk Secret Invasion. Yes,
Yeah.
I would get the 800s. Sorry, I had to look at that for a second.
Like, I don't think this is as good as the Brett Blevins stuff at Back to Asgard at 786.
See, my ceiling would have been the Teeny Howard X Corp at 752, which
Okay.
I think is, and maybe it's just because Warren's doing business things, but I think has a lot of similarities to it.
Yeah.
Between that and the fact that that one also has Wildcats 3.0 covers.
Yep.
I have not actually read Wildcats 3.0, but it seems like something that I would dig. Is it Wildcats or Wildstorm 3.0?
No, it's Wildcats. Yeah,
It's
that's
Wildcats
where it's
3.0.
like, yeah.
I kind of think I need to read that. That seems like, if it would, do you think it would be my? You're the Wildstorm boy.
You got to at least read like the first year of actual Wildcats
before
you know,
getting to the one where they're business people,
and then well, just get the general vibe of what's going on with Imp, and then you can get going there. I would say this is not as good as 769, which is Dazzler versus the X-Men, Dazzler 38.
I'm fine with that because that puts it above Life and Times of Lucas Bishop, which is a bad comic.
Yeah, but I would give the edge to New Mutants 36.
Okay, that's the Proto Inferno.
Okay, so this is 771, Uncanny X-Men 399, and we have one last.
Do you think Van Halen knows about this comic? Like, I know they didn't come up with the phrase for unlawful carnal knowledge, which is the name of this issue, but like, I feel like they cemented it permanently in culture.
No idea what the band members of Van Halen's awareness of X-Men are.
I bet Sammy Hagar knows about X-Men.
Oh, sure.
Actually, I bet all of Van Halen like have heard about X-Men. Very popular thing.
I mean, I'm sure they all knew what X-Men was. Did they read Uncanny 399 or 299?
I do not believe any member of Van Halen has read this comic. Also, I'm like 99% sure that Sammy Hagar did not sing on for unlawful carnal knowledge.
Probably not.
I believe that was
that
third singer. No, it was Sammy Hagar. This was
not a Lee Roth. I'm not a big Van Halen guy, so I don't know.
Wait, Lee Roth? Who do you think Lee Roth is?
David Lee Roth.
Oh, David Lee Roth. Yes, you're right.
Roth.
Sorry, you just
Singer
said Lee Roth?
Halen. Lee Roth.
Yeah, no one calls him Lee Roth.
Lee Roth. David Lee Roth.
I thought you were. I was trying to think of I was thinking of Gary Sharon from X-Treme, who, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't even like. I like David Lee Roth way. You know what? David Lee Roth probably likes X-Men. Actually,
yeah.
I think David Lee Roth likes X-Men and cocaine. Like, I think that's what. I think that's what David Lee Roth loves.
Well, we have one.
You know who else loves cocaine?
You think Fantomex is into cocaine?
I think Fantomex would do a line of coke.
I don't know. I mean, he's constantly dumping beverages on his head to cool himself off. In this story,
so funny.
This is New X-Men 128 and 129,
and 130. To be fair.
Oh yeah, and 130. It's a 3-issue arc. Sorry. This is Grant.
I wrote
Morrison.
It down wrong on the spreadsheet. It's my fault, Adam.
No, it's fine. It's Grant Morrison, and we have Igor Cordy doing pencils and inks, colors by Dave McCaig, and this is the introduction of Weapon 11. This is Fantomex, baby.
Is this Weapon? No, this is.
Well, no, Weapon 12 is in the tunnel, so isn't
Fantomex is Weapon 13.
Oh, he's Weapon 13.
Fantomex,
okay, sorry.
Fantomex is Weapon 13.
Yeah.
Weapon. Oh, I'm trying to remember Weapon 11 now. That's bothering me so much.
Just look it up.
I just reread an article that I myself wrote about all of the characters in the Weapon Plus program. Weapon 11 has never existed. That's right. Like, we've never figured out what Weapon 11 is. Weapon 12 is the Huntsman. Weapon 13 is Fantomex. Weapon 14 is the Stepford Cuckoos. Weapon 15 is Ultimatum. And Weapon 16 is All God, the Living Religion.
Weapon 11 was supposed to be Garrison Kane. But
no. Garrison Kane was supposed to be Weapon X, remember?
Well,
weapon. Well,
yes, but anyway. Okay, it doesn't matter. What matters is we're going to talk about Fantomex, who is inspired directly from the film Diabolique, and to the point where it kind of steals the character design.
Well, a little bit, but he also steals the name from Fantomas.
Yes.
Which, here's the thing. All of these French pulp things, and honestly, I think he steals half of his design from Fantomas's like pale white face kind of thing. Anyway, Grant Morrison knows about French stuff way more than I do, because Grant Morrison lives near France, like just closer to France than I do. So,
sure.
Culturally more inclined to it. Here's the thing about Fantomex.
Yeah.
He's the coolest guy ever.
Is he?
Yes.
No.
By design. No. Hold on.
In his mind, he's the coolest person ever.
No. Adam, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
In 2002, let me paint a picture for you. 2002. What's the coolest? What is the last big movie in 2002? Actually, no. There was a sequel that year. What's the big movie? What's the big thing that's happening? Lord of the Rings. What's the other big thing?
Spider-Man?
Okay, that's fine. It's not Spider-Man. The Matrix. The Matrix.
Oh, okay. Sure. I mean,
Don't
that's 1990.
Shermy.
That's 1999. That's not
in 2003, but like
2002?
2003 for Revolutions and
right.
whatever the
sequels.
other. Yeah. But like the Matrix is huge.
Yes.
He is color swapped Matrix.
Yeah.
With guns.
Yeah.
With a cool mask.
Yep.
With a UFO for some reason, so he's weird too. He's hot. All the ladies love him. He's the world's most dangerous thief. And just to be clear, Weapon Plus specifically designed him to be the coolest man ever to lead their Saturday morning superheroes, Sentinels, or whatever it is. Like, no, he's supposed to be cool and suave, and I am a secret spy, yes?
Well, that's what's so funny about the character.
I love Fantomex.
Yeah,
because he's supposed to be so cool, but he's also kind of not, because it's all a lie.
He's all a lie. He's a fabrication on every single level. I love how much. All right, I want to talk about what really works here, and I want to talk about a couple of things that don't. But
okay,
what really works is Grant has this amazing introduction of this character that it is, completely lived in from moment one. You get to learn who Fantomex is. You're starting to learn about all of this world building with the Weapon Plus program that you've never heard before. You're getting promises that you're going to learn all about. Whoa, Weapon X wasn't Weapon X. It was Weapon 10. And here's what some of the other weapons are. And what's in the tunnel that the X-Men are fighting is Weapon 12.
The tunnel. Buddy.
And
it's the tunnel. It's not just any tunnel. It's the tunnel.
Yeah, and hey, we got to hop into my UFO, and oh, by the way, that's kind of part of my body. And oh, I need to cool down because my brain is frying. I'm gonna pour this glass of water on my head.
His brain's frying because he's wearing the mask constantly.
Yeah,
with ceramic panels that are insulating it, so that Professor Xavier can't read his mind and find out that it's all lies. Gene calls him out on it. Gene's like, "Do you ever take off this mask?" And he says, "I take off the mask all the time."
He's like, "Just not in front of you."
Normally don't wear the mask. It's because of you. It's you freaks with your mind powers. I'm not taking off the mask around you.
Yeah.
I love this man.
I
love this stupid Belgian
idiot. Just that rules so much.
Meet his mom. We issued by the second issue. Like he gets introduced. He's like, by the way, I'm the world's biggest thief. The government's all after me. I am going to test your morality, Charles Xavier, and see if you will take in someone who is bad for mutants.
Yep.
And like, are you actually serious about this? So I'm going to do that. Also, we're going to get into my spaceship and meet my mom.
For the record, the mom is not in the spaceship, but
no, the mom is at the chateau.
Yes,
he is built to be identical to the chateau that he was raised in, so that the mom will like be comfortable because she has dementia. So you get all of these.
So much stuff, and up to the reveal that he was in a little like coffin in the train with Weapon
Like,
12. Like,
all
what
half
a
of
great
what he has
reveal!
said has been a lie.
Yeah,
Like,
you question
he-
everything.
so good. He is funny. He's
Yep.
fun.
Yep.
He is designed to be super cool, but it's all a misdirection and a lie. And maybe he's like, it's all fake.
Yep.
He's a con. He is a
Mhm.
con artist.
Yeah.
The entire story is a con on the reader. That's
Mhm.
so good.
It's a lot of fun. What I think works less is the X Corp characterization of like Sam and Siren and Multiple Man, who are all sent into the tunnels. And you were mentioning this idea of kind of like getting away from the comics code, trying to do new things. And now all of a sudden the characters are, well, we're going to tell off-color jokes about Multiple Man maybe having sex with himself. And
To be
it's
fair, Peter
things
David
that
made a career about that.
I understand that, but it is at this point in continuity kind of like it's not it's just a little out of character. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing about X
It's
Corp.
so
Charles Xavier
casual.
has established X Corp branches around the world, and
Yes.
they are teams of superheroes of X-Men that can go around and do things. Grant Morrison, God bless him, stopped reading X-Men comics in 1980.
I don't feel like Grant Morrison knows the characters that well. Is all I'm trying
I don't
to
think
say.
Grant Morrison thinks Grant Morrison knows the characters
Yeah.
that well. Grant Morrison's approach to X Corporation is the same approach that the 20th Century Fox film franchise has to all of the X-Men.
Yeah, very clearly. Because, what the focus of the story is, aside from the Fantomex stuff, is we get, some more buildup of the Phoenix with Jean, where Charles is trying to have this like conversation with the Phoenix through Jean. And then we're getting the other buildup of Scott and Emma and what
Which is
their
really just a
relationship
couple
is
of
turning into.
pages.
Yeah,
in
but
this
it's
entire thing.
meaningful.
It's meaningful, and people keep reposting that picture.
Well, we got to talk about Igor Cordy. When Cordy is working here, because he clearly has more time than he had on some of the other issues that look like absolute trash.
Then,
These
like
issues,
Germ-Free Generation, or not Germ-Free Generation. Is it Germ-Free Generation? Imperial. I'm thinking Imperial, where it's really rough.
really rough. The ones where he had like a weekend to do it. This actually looks pretty good for the most part. I think, it's more in his style that we've seen him draw in other comics. It may not be as refined as like the Cable Peru stuff, but it's not bad. But there are moments where it just gets so twisted and contorted and like gross looking. Quietly, some people just can't connect with his work. You hear the criticism that like people are kind of like potato people,
Hey, it's
lumpy.
okay. Some people are dumb and have bad taste, Adam. It's fine.
But I think Cordy is playing off of that a little bit, and trying to kind of match that sensibility, and it doesn't work. And there are moments, especially on that last page, where Emma is contorted up into like some weird, absolutely disgusting, like pose on a chair. It's just awful. The costume looks terrible. She looks terrible.
I have to be the Igor Cordy defender here.
Okay.
So there's a couple of things. I hear your points. One, I think Cordy is a really smart choice for this book, for these issues specifically, because he is bringing in a 2000 AD European style to this. Like, and that really works for Fantomex, who opens up with like cool action stuff with guns, and like that lands really well. There are some like off-model character choices that I don't love. The Emma page is weird to me because I fully understand what Cordy is trying to do, and thematically what they're trying to achieve with that page, like between Cordy and Morrison, because you're supposed to see what Emma is doing as grotesque. Like, she is, gosh, I love Emma Frost, but she is absolutely inserting herself into a marriage that she has no business being in and causing problems on purpose. Like, it is supposed to be a gross thing in using sex to manipulate a guy who is going through some stuff. And I think you get that. You're supposed to get the vibe of being grossed out on the page and it not being sexy, even though it's presented like with the trappings of sexiness. But I don't know how, like, I understand the intent and I don't know how well the execution on that fully comes through.
Yeah, there's moments like that where the art kind of fails the story a little bit for me. But I don't think it takes away from the overall success of this introduction to, I think, a fan favorite character who,
It's a me favorite character. It's a
Fantomex is great. And
It just feels like Fantomex is liked by all the worst people, I would assume. Like,
I-
I feel like some people don't understand Fantomex in the same way that I do. Like, you may like Fantomex, but you don't like him on a as intelligent or deep level as I do. I just want to. That's not to you, Adam. That's to general public. I like him in a deeper, cooler way because I understand that yes, he is dumb, stupid action hero, cool guy, but he is also deeply subverting, dumb, stupid action hero, cool guy. In the best Fantomex stories, get that.
Yeah. I still don't understand how he came back after that Charles Soule run, but I'm not worrying about it.
Wait. Oh, don't worry about it.
I'm not worrying about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. He got resurrected on Krakoa.
Sure. But
That's
Cluster is still around.
Wait. I don't know. No, Cluster wouldn't be around because when he comes back during the Cullen Bun run, all three of his personalities have all three of his brains have reintegrated into one brain.
When did that happen?
In the Apocalypse War story in Cullen Bunn's Uncanny X-Men.
Oh, I have to go back and read that. I don't remember that.
That has Ken Lashley art. I remember that story being total nonsense.
Huh. See, I could have sworn that Cluster was still walking around somewhere.
No, he comes back in that, and then he does I think some of the coolest stuff during IVX. Like, Fantomex has a really cool thing, and Bunn leaves him in a really interesting place that other writers do not go forward with. Like,
I
Charles
remember
Cole.
that. Yeah, I just thought Cluster was a separate entity. Anyway,
no, it's the third brain. It's one of the brain. Is Cluster the good brain or is Cluster the evil brain?
Well, there's Cluster.
No, Cluster's the good brain because
Dark Fantomex.
That's Weapon 13. Weapon 13 is evil. Jean-Philippe is the medium brain, and
right.
Cluster is the good brain.
All right. We've gotten into the lore.
Again, no idea how he actually ends up in Krakoa. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't think this is as good as Assault on Weapon Plus.
No, it's not as good as Assault on Weapon Plus, but Assault on Weapon Plus kind of rules. We haven't even talked about the Huntsman. Huntsman's an interesting idea. It's a mutant virus.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Morrison, they're really stretching the definition of mutant, and I like that in all of this.
Yeah. There's some interesting stuff. So that's a 222 Assault on Weapon Plus.
Man, is it really only at 2? Is it really done at 222?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still. I mean, there's over 1,000 stories on this list.
I
mean,
guess
there's over 1,100. That's pretty good.
I guess, but like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much better this is than X-Men Black, or how much worse this is than like X-Men Black Apocalypse, Cable Blooded Metal, New Mutant Summer Special, or X-Force Dirty Tricks.
Yeah, I think we're right in the same place. I think if anything fails, it's just some parts of the art.
Yeah, it's just not as perfect.
It's not up to snuff, but I think we're in the right realm. So I'm kind of. You're the Fantomex like super fan. I like Fantomex. But where would you like to put it?
Here's what I'll say. Below Assault on Weapon Plus is Exchange Students 101. That's from Marvel's Avengers Assembly.
Pretty good.
This is pretty good. I think that is better.
Yeah.
I think Grant Morrison would read that and be like, oh, yeah, he a little point those, Lottie. AVX Consequences.
Oh, that's that Walta scene, right? With getting Cyclops out of jail.
It's got Walt. It's a jam. It's a jam, or it's 4 issues, but there's all different artists. I think that book is uneven though. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
When it's good, it's really good. I think this, and right below that is the end of the Christina Strange Gen X.
Yeah.
I
all right, let's put it above those two.
I think it goes right above Consequences. I had to think
Great.
through it, but like
Right.
this is okay. Look, no, I'm sorry. If you're listening to this podcast and you haven't read New X-Men, how? Like, how are you listening to this? Like, we talk about it a lot.
That's true.
Like, just it's hard not to. How are you listening to an X-Men podcast? Go read New X-Men. It's good. It's got all of my favorites. It's got Glob in it. It's got Zorn in it. I have a trend.
We know where you're like.
I didn't even read that run until I was like an adult.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow. That was fun. Got a blast from the past there. Those
nice. Characters, some of them are good. I would, if someone told me that they were going to have a team with Fantomex, Jetstream, or nope, Jetstream's a different character.
Yeah, not Jetstream.
Slipstream.
Yeah.
And Lifeguard and Stacy X. I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
I want to see where this goes.
Let's go. The 2002 All-Stars.
Let's go. Adam, who do we have to thank this week again? It's Robert, right?
I believe it's Robert.
Robert, thank you so much. This was a great suggestion.
Thank you. Hit that Patreon, people.
Patreon.com/Battle of the Atom. It's a great website. It's got all of the episodes as soon as I put them up. And it's super duper. Hey, Adam, what are you doing this week? What do you got going on?
I don't think I've got any new articles or anything coming out this week, but follow on social, Adam Reck on Blue Sky and Instagram. And Zach, it's already the holiday season. That happened fast.
It is creeping up on the holiday season, and we've got some fun holiday stories next week. But until then, folks, this has been Battle of the Atom, and we hope you survived the experience.
Get it!